What up, Scabies Sports Chick? So let's talk about Thursday night football and the Pro Bowl really quick. Really quick. I'm not even going to spend that much time on it because I want to hear what you have to say about it. Or you can hear what I have to say about it and not say anything. I mean, it's really up to you, but I like to hear from all of you. So, Thursday night football this whole year has been pretty much chastised by Stephen A. Smith, ESPN. Basically anybody who doesn't have a stake in it, like Twitter or the NFL Network or NBC, everyone is saying that Thursday night football is a watered down or cheapened or sucky version of an NFL football game in order to get ratings and money. Towards the beginning of the season, when I first heard this, I was like very selfish about it, and I said, I like Thursday night football because it gives me an extra night of football. It's kind of like this weekend, which is Christmas weekend. I get a Saturday game, I get Saturday games in the NFL, and I get Sunday games, and I get Monday games, and I get Thursday game. Okay, so as a fan, I love it, but also as a fan, Thursday night football has tended to suck. I mean, give or take the one or two marquee matchups, and forget about the fact that the Cowboys are getting flexed every week from here on out. I mean, I think it's been they were on Sunday Night Football twice, back to back, and now they're about to be on Monday Night Football coming up the day after Christmas. So expect to see the Cowboys pushing other teams aside in prime time for the rest of the year. Until they're out, which may not even happen. They could go all the way. You never know. But people have been talking about how Thursday night football sucks because they're usually meaningless matchups. It involves teams like Cleveland or Jacksonville or things like that, or Cleveland and Jacksonville, like those types of games. Nobody wants to see that. Even if you're a fan, nobody wants to see that. Listen, even if you're a Jacksonville or a Cleveland fan and they're playing, you don't want to see that. That's the only game on a Thursday night. Like, at least with Monday Night Football, these games can be flexed to get the most exciting matchup. And they take it seriously. Almost every week, it's almost always. I mean, you're bound to get a bad week. And sometimes it's unavoidable, but for the most part, it's consistently contentious as far as Monday Night Football. Thursday Night Football does not hold that same distinction. And so as the season has progressed, I found myself not watching a lot of these games because if I don't have a stake in it, or honestly, if my player isn't playing in fantasy football, I wasn't watching it because they were boring, meaningless games. They're trash games, and with players that played like hot garbage juice. So that, coupled with the Pro Bowl, which has been a meaningless exhibition for as long as I've watched football. You go to Hawaii, you have football players that say they get lit the day before the game or the night before the game, and everybody's really just not even trying to like tackle or touch each other because nobody wants to injure themselves. And honestly, it's not like the NBA where if you get selected to the All-Star team, it's like a big deal and you're honored, and especially if you're at home in your home city. But like with football, it's kind of like you're offended because you feel like if you're getting selected to the Pro Bowl and you're in the playoffs, you don't want to go to the Pro Bowl. You want to go to the Super Bowl. So it's just crazy to me that first of all, the Pro Bowl is scheduled that week that's sandwiched in between the AFC and championship weekend and the Super Bowl. I just don't understand that. But I do, just because like the Pro Bowl is, obviously if you're playing in the Super Bowl, you're not playing in that game. And anybody who is playing in that game, the season's over for them. So there's, you're not so worried about staying fresh or not getting injured or things like that for this year. But I mean, there's always the off chance that you will. And like I said, if I'm Tom Brady, I'm not worried about no Pro Bowl selection right now. I'm trying to win the Super Bowl. I'm trying to go Houston and win it all. Okay, so so Thursday Night Football and the Pro Bowl have something in common. They both seem to be meaningless, useless games. Now, they are trying to revamp the Pro Bowl this year and try to add like dodgeball or some other garbage, you know. But I don't know if that's even going to work. I mean, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because I'm a fan. But I don't know. Like, I watched First Take today, and Stephen A. brought up a really, really actually awesome idea, which is making Thursday Night Football a rivalry night. So whoever is playing Thursday Night Football is playing their rival, like Cowboys and Eagles, the Cowboys and Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, or the Cowboys and the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be good football, and especially, you know, and the good thing about that is no matter what their record is, people want to watch them play. People always want to watch the Cowboys play. Look at how much they've sucked for the last umpteen years. I mean, really 20. I mean, if you're not winning playoff series that often, then yeah, like, it's been about 20 years since they've been halfway decent, and now they're beyond halfway decent. So even if the teams suck, if you have a rivalry, it's still going to be a good game. So I think that that's an excellent idea. I would love for whoever runs the show with that to take that into consideration for next year, because this year's schedule of Thursday night football games, give or take like 1 or 2 games, was pure trash. Hot garbage, fish grease, fish soup, foot fungus, smelling like corn chips, like garbage. So that would be the suggestion for Thursday Night Football. But what about the Pro Bowl? Like, what do we do with the Pro Bowl? Is there another time or date that it can be held? How can they take it more seriously? And you know, just incidentally, baseball, they used to, up until this year coming up, the winner of the MLB All-Star game, you know, used to determine who gets home field advantage in the World Series. And now that's not the case. Like, starting next year, that's not the case, which I think is an excellent idea. But that kept the game competitive. But I'm not saying they should go that route. But there needs to be some type of incentive to make it kind of halfway serious, because otherwise it's just like a bunch of football players getting free trip with their families to Hawaii for a week. Some of them are not happy or no-show because they wanted to be in the Super Bowl, Peyton Manning, and then don't show up, Tom Brady. So let me know what you think. What are your suggestions for Thursday Night Football and for the Pro Bowl? Do you think that they should just do away with Thursday Night Football altogether? Because that's what I've been hearing a lot of. Or do they think that it should be revamped in a way that's more competitive? And same thing with the Pro Bowl. Let me know in the comments at KP the Sports Chick at YouTube. And you can always go to kpthesportschick.com to find all my videos and all my social media outlets. So check me out.